Midnight, the kind of quiet a house only gets when everyone in it is finally asleep. One light is on, the small one over the stove. Everything else is dark. A mug of coffee sits on the table, gone cold a long time ago. Beside it, a phone, face up, glowing. Joseph hasn't moved in a while. He's looking at one number, his bank balance. He already knows what it says. He's looking at it anyway, the way you keep checking a wound to see if it's still there. Rent is due in 3 days. His hours got cut again last week, the second time this year. The refrigerator hums. Outside, a car passes and its headlights slide across the wall and disappear. Down the hall, behind a half-closed door, his 2 kids are asleep, and they have no idea any of this is happening. And here's what you have to understand about Joseph. He did everything right. Get a job. He did. Show up early. He does. Work hard. Keep your head down. Be there for your kids. All of it. Every rule they ever handed him, he followed. And the number on that screen still doesn't add up. This isn't the story of one man having a bad week. It's the story of a weight that sits on a lot of black fathers in 2026, not once in a while, every single day. A pressure you can feel in a room like this one, at a table like this one, at 1:15 midnight. But here's what most people miss. That pressure isn't just a feeling, it has a shape. You can measure it, it hides in paychecks, in work schedules, in savings accounts that never quite fill up. And sometimes in the loneliest place of all, the distance between a father and his children. So this video is going to do something simple. We're going to put that pressure under a light. We're going to count it. No opinions, no speeches, just the numbers and what they cost a man like Joseph. In 2026, what is the real economics of black fatherhood? What does it actually take to provide, to protect, and to stay present when the whole system is pressing down on you? Let's add it up. Let's set the stakes plainly. Fatherhood is not just about love or showing up. It's also a budget. Every father in America is running a quiet math problem. Money coming in minus rent, food, gas, child costs, and whatever is left is the cushion. The size of that cushion decides almost everything. It decides whether a sick kid means a doctor visit or a panic. It decides whether you can take a day off for a school event or whether that day off breaks the month. For many black fathers in 2026, that math problem starts harder than it does for others. Not because they work less, because of 4 forces that close in at the same time: lower pay for the same work, jobs that are less stable, a smaller safety net to fall back on, and the heavy cost when a father gets separated from his kids. We're going to walk through each one and you'll watch the squeeze get tighter as we go. Hey, it's CJ, the creator of this channel. Making YouTube videos has been easier than it is today thanks to topic2video.com. I created this software from scratch and used it to build this channel and monetize the video you're watching right now. Try it for free at topic2video.com. Back to the video. Start with the paycheck because everything else sits on top of it. Here is something a lot of people assume. They think the pay gap is just about education or job type. That if a black man simply gets a good job, the gap disappears. The numbers say otherwise. Look at the highest paying group of jobs in the country, the management and professional roles. The kind people chase their whole lives. In those jobs, white men earned a median of about $1,782 a week. Black men in those same high-paying jobs earned about $1,447 a week. That's a gap of more than $300 every week in the best jobs for full-time work. That's crazy. Over a year, that gap is more than $17,000. Now bring it back to Joseph's kitchen table. That missing money isn't abstract. It's the difference between covering the month and coming up short. It's the car repair you can't pay for, so you can't get to the shift, so you lose the hours. Lower pay doesn't just mean less. It means every other problem hits harder. Now the second force. Even when the pay is okay, the job itself may not be steady. Think about the difference between 2 fathers. One knows his schedule a month out. He can plan. He can say yes to a soccer game on Saturday. The other gets his hours changed week to week, and a layoff can come out of nowhere. He's not living on a plan, he's living on uncertainty. In 2026, black workers face higher unemployment than white workers. You can see it even among fathers who are deep in the workforce. The share of black fathers actively working or job hunting sits lower than it does for white, Asian, or Hispanic fathers. That gap means more stretches without a steady check. And instability has a hidden tax. When you don't know if next month is safe, you can't commit. You can't sign a lease with confidence. You can't promise your kid the trip. Check this out. Here's the part people miss. The damage isn't only the lost income during a layoff. It's that constant uncertainty quietly steals a father's ability to make any plan at all. And a father who can't plan struggles to stay present because he's always bracing for the next hit. Here's the third force, and it's the quietest, which is exactly why it's so powerful. It's wealth. Now, income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is the money you make. Wealth is what you keep and own, your savings, your home, anything you can pass down. Wealth is the cushion. It's what catches you when income suddenly stops. And the typical black family in America holds far less wealth than the typical white family. We're not talking a small difference. We're talking a fraction. So picture two fathers who both lose a paycheck in the same week. One has family savings and a home behind him. He absorbs the hit and keeps going. The other has almost nothing behind him, so the same shock turns into a crisis. Same setback, completely different outcome. That's crazy, right? And it goes one generation deeper. Wealth is what a father hopes to pass to his kids. A down payment, a college fund, a head start. When there's no cushion to save from, there's nothing to hand down. So the gap doesn't end with this father. It gets passed forward, waiting for his children. The fourth force is the hardest because it adds distance to the pressure. Sometimes a father gets physically separated from his kids, and one major driver of that separation is incarceration. Black men are far more likely to be imprisoned than white men, which means more black children grow up with a father who is physically absent. Stay with the economics here because that's the story. When a father is removed, his income usually stops. The household loses a wage it was counting on. The mother often carries everything alone and the family slides closer to the edge. A snapshot in 2026 found that 64% of black children live in a single-parent home, compared with 24% of white children, and more than half of kids in single-mother homes live below the poverty line. Separation also costs in ways money can't fully measure. Phone calls instead of dinners, missed birthdays, lost years of being there. And every force we already talked about, the lower pay, the unstable work, the missing cushion, makes it harder for a separated father to recover and rebuild when he comes back. The hole gets deeper and climbing out gets steeper. So put the four forces together and you can feel the squeeze. Lower pay shrinks what comes in. Unstable work makes every month a gamble. A thin safety net turns small shocks into emergencies, and separation pulls a father away right when his kids need him most. Each one alone is heavy. Stacked together, they close in. But here's what the numbers can't show you. Through all of that, fathers like Joseph keep showing up. They pick up the extra shift. They drive across town to make the school play. They put a few dollars away even when it feels pointless, because they're trying to leave something behind. That effort is the real story. The economics is not just background here, it's the force shaping the whole experience of being a father. And what makes it powerful is that so many of these men keep providing, keep protecting, and keep staying present anyway. If this opened your eyes to a pressure you hadn't fully seen, take a second to subscribe, because we tell the stories of how money quietly shapes the lives of ordinary people. Before you go, I want to share something. I make $30, $50 a day on YouTube thanks to a tool I built called topic2video.com. It took 2 months of posting, but I did it and you can too. I never made money on YouTube before this, so you don't have to be an expert to start. All you need is an idea. Get started for free at topic2video.com today.